welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with another layout for Thrifty Thursday with Becky, and I will leave a link down for her layout and her process video down below in the comment section, so go ahead and make sure to check her stunning layout out. So what we are dealing with today is embossing, flowers and doilies. So I am going to show you all my lovely little embossing folders that I pulled out. I've got more than this, but to be honest, I don't think I've ever used any of them. So there's a first time for everything. I have embossed in the past on cards for card making and so forth, but not really for scrapbooking. But hey, so this one is just a dot. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a plain dot. This one is a very fine little flower. And some of my dies are from Cuttlebug, and some of them are Sizzix dies. Okay, this one is stars that you can see, and this is from Design Objectives. This is from Cuttlebug, and it's like a honeycomb pattern. This is another polka dot. I'm not sure why I put two. Maybe it's because this polka dot from Sizzix is a lot finer than the polka dot from Cuttlebug, which is bigger and it's spaced closer together. I'll see which one I use. This one is from Sizzix, another little flower with a stem and two little leaves. And this is from Cuttlebug, and it's sort of a chevron pattern in dots. So I'm going to try and use all of these embossing folders, and I'll tell you in a bit how I'm going to be doing that. The flowers that I'm going to be using, and I sort of interpreted the flowers as not using the ones that you fussy cut from a piece of paper, but rather from stash. And stash flowers, more often than not, are these dimensional flowers. Now I have, oh gosh, I have a massive, huge container full of these flowers. I used to make pop-up box cards, and when you open the card, the flowers would just explode. And so I have a lot of them. So I pulled my white flowers out that I thought that I could use, and this is sort of very generic, and it's very easy for me because they are white and they could pretty much go with any collection I choose to use. I haven't really chosen a collection yet, so I haven't chosen a photo yet either, but I'll see where I go with that. This one I got from a very nice lady, Sandy, and she gave me sort of a package, like a surprise little package when I got to South Africa, full of lots of goodies, pens and markers and stickers and everything. So I just want to give a shout out to Sandy, just to say thank you so much. I am using your stuff. I love all the pens you gave me, and yes, email me, Sandy, email me. So this is also from just dimensional flowers I have from South Africa. So, and the doilies, these are the only doilies I have. I don't have any bigger or smaller doilies. I don't think these are anything special. I got them at I think in the baking section of a craft shop, or a creative arts or something shop. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to be using. I thought to make life easier for myself, I would use a large cut file and embellish around it. Because of the different elements, I needed some structure. I mean, these are quite a lot of, this is quite a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing. So I needed some structure and some guidelines for my layout. And I got this beautiful cut file. It says Love You with the O's that are hearts, and this is from the free cut files from Paige Evans. So you are welcome to go, and I'll leave a link down below to her Facebook group that you can go and have a gander and look at the free gorgeous cut files you can find there. So I am going to go and go ahead and put you guys on fast forward and talk you through my process. Okay, so as you can see there, I'm just peeling the cut file off the map, mat, and it's really easy. I mean, it's a large cut file. There's no real intricate bits to it, so it's real easy to organize. To organize it, to get it off the mat. So the collection that I'm going to be using is from Simple Stories. It's called Dream Big. It's a beautiful collection, and I wish I had this collection about a year and a half ago, because I scrapbooked my daughter's 6th birthday party, which was a unicorn themed birthday party and rainbows and all those kind of girly things. So I wish I had it, but I didn't, so I scrapped it with other stuff. I can just scrap it again, can't I? Anyway, so as you can see here, I am using some of my dies, my folders, my embossing folders, and I'm not going to show you how I emboss every single one of them, so because the process is quite similar every time. You just put the paper between the two acrylic pieces on top of the big white acrylic piece, and you roll it through your die cut machine. And I've got the Cuttlebug. I'm not sure how necessarily the it works with a Sizzix, or I'm sure it does the same. It's exactly the same thing. So here you'll see I am taking the bits that I embossed, and I am using my Heidi Swap Color Shine on it. The yellow I used is called Butter, the blue is called Ocean, the pink is called Hot Pink, and you have to shake these things like crazy, otherwise they leave sort of an oily residue around the little droplets. So you have to shake it and shake it until you can't shake it no more. See? And that orange, let me just check what the orange is called. Mustard. The orange is called a mustard, and then that color is called mint. Quite self-explanatory. It is mint. So I'm just going to be waiting for those colors to dry, and I thought that the blue would, you know, needed a little bit more blue. So I just added some more blue, and I tried to match the colors to the background as much as possible. So I am going to be backing my cut file with, or the letters of the cut file with the bits of embossed paper that I just sprayed. Now some of it you can see better, like for instance that spotty dotty one, and the honeycomb, you can really see the embossing a lot better. It's almost like the darker colors, you struggle to see the embossing on the screen, but in real life it's there and you can see it and you want to touch it, and it's got all that texture. So I am also not going to show you the whole process of me backing my cut file. It doesn't take too long because it's a big cut file. It's not that tedious and it's very linear. However, I didn't put the entire process in the video because I needed to have this video not be 30 minutes long. So I'm just going to be doing it in rainbow order. So yellow first, and then the mustard color, the orange, and then you can see how nice that spotty dotty is looking. And then I used the pink, and it's a darker color so you can't really see it, but it's got the flower embossed on it. Then the mint color, I think, has the little flower with the sprigs on it, the little leaves, and then the blue is the stars. So I am going to be sticking my cut file down like that. Now I hadn't picked out my photos yet, so I am going to be doing that off camera. I switched off the camera and I picked out the photos, and then I brought them in, and I remembered I need to use doilies. So I'm just going to be cutting up a doily or two to sort of layer behind my cut file. Now doilies didn't really go with this layout, but I made them work. So they do change their position slightly. The one by the U I don't end up using. I only use two little bits of the doilies at the hearts, so just so that they sort of cup the hearts on the one side. So, and you'll see that I'm going to place my hands over that to see if that really works. I wish I had some, like, did some work on the background to just make those doilies, like what do you call it, stenciling. putting some texture paste through a stencil that looked like a doily, just so that the doilies looked a little bit less lost. More cohesive in the layout. So I'm going to be using those two photos of my daughter, and she's coming through a tunnel on a little playground thing. We call them, in South Africa, we call them jungle gyms, and here in the UAE they're called playgrounds, and it's the structure that that's called a jungle gym, and here they call the structure a playground. So in South Africa, a playground is the entire piece of land designated for play, not the structure. So I'm not sure what they called in other parts of the world, but she is playing on the jungle gym. And it's funny because every time here my kids play on a jungle gym and I'm with a friend and she's not a South African and I say the word jungle gym, she's like, what are you saying? What's a jungle gym? Anyway, she's playing on a jungle gym. Now you know as well. So I wanted to bring in those the larger white flowers, and you'll see that they are going to be making a show on the layout now, but in the end they don't make the final cut. Only those little sort of translucent white flowers make the final, layout. I loved the way those little translucent flowers worked, and you see my photos aren't big enough to cover the entire inside of the heart, so I am just gonna cover those little bits on the sides of the hearts with some of the stickers in this collection and some of those little flowers. Now I love this little banner, and I wish I would have just left it there. I think it looks very nice there, but no, I don't leave it there. I go and put it up at the top there. It looks okay, I suppose. If I had another banner, it would have looked really cute on the over on the bottom with the U. And then I do bring in some more of the elements. I do bring in some butterflies, and I love the way that the orange in the photos is the same orange as the orange in the background, and that really worked for me, although the rest of the colors in the photo don't really do it that much. But the orange, the drum that she is coming through, I don't know what happened there, sorry. That was weird. So anyways, I had just stuck down my doilies with some glue. What is going on? Anyway, I do doodle around the edges of the layout. I also stuck down my entire cut file on some foam, some craft foam, and I do doodle some little hearts around it. This is it for this layout. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.